new primary school houses 850 students. These are children who come from this Korogocho informal settlement, a place that is full of poverty as far as the community is concerned. It is a school that is giving our children hope if they can do well at school, and especially so because if they learn well, they'll be able to transform the community that they are coming from.
The food situation here in Korogocho, like in many places around Kenya and in many slum areas around Kenya, leaves many people very hungry. 51% of Kenyans are food insecure, and majority of them live in areas where there's urban poverty. Children are particularly more disadvantaged because they're growing, they need food, they need 3 meals a day. So you can imagine sitting through a math class and you haven't had lunch or you haven't eaten. So that's the situation here in Korogocho and across many places in Kenya.
Today, we're here in partnership with Food for Education. And really what makes it a great day is that it's not just a feeding program for the day. We feed these 900 children as part of Java and Food for Education every day.
There is Food for Education and Java are bringing us food for lunch today. Yes, I'm very excited, and the whole school is also excited.
It's a great day because we've been able to feed 900 children. Those smiles and asking them their names and what do you want to be when you grow up. First of all, the innocence. It takes away everything else that's happening in the world, and now you see it from the eyes of this child. And this child is so grateful to have this meal, but even just to interact, and to tell you their story. I'm in standard 5 or I'm in grade 5, and to recognize this child is the same child across Kenya.
So Food for Education looks at obviously areas of need and also looking at where we can reach kids. We look at, for example, where our central kitchens are located. So right now we have central kitchens in Kiambu County, Nairobi County, and Mombasa County. We're looking at expanding. So mostly we're focusing the areas that once we cook the food, we can reach the kids while the food is hot, and they're able to have a hot, nutritious meal for lunch.
We've always been looking for that partner that will be aligned in terms of values. And so Food for Education is essentially a match made in Java heaven, if you will.
Previously, the children were paying for the food and they could hardly afford it. And the coming in of Java House, implemented by Food for Education, has brought new life to this school because each and every one of them can have lunch and have their afternoons with the full stomachs. Previously, they would sleep in class because it's almost possible that even at home, they did not have a meal for the night.
Sometimes you find the teacher is teaching in a class. Without us taking that lunch, we can't concentrate. Some pupils can even go off, ending up sleeping in the class. So it is good to us.
Every project that we choose, we always look at it long term. And we always say, what will this do for the future generations? And the future generation, I think I talked about, the future Java guest or the future Java employee. It's all long term for us. So the Java Foundation looks at that. And even when we buy and we source, we always look at sustainability. So we want to understand at the end of the day, that potato came from Mount Narok, from a farmer there who has 4 children. And so as much as you might not always know the story, we work extremely hard to make sure that we do.
Projects such as these are super important to children and the communities that they are. For example, here, children are able to know that they are guaranteed a meal every single day. So that makes them want to come to school. That makes them want to wake up in the morning, walk where they need to walk, or get their way here, because at lunchtime, they'll be guaranteed a meal. And we've seen an improvement also in other schools that we're in of performance, of attendance. And we're looking at seeing the same type of improvement here in Gomonyo Primary Schools.
This initiative means a lot to the children. They are having an assured meal every day. Some of them are even carrying some of this food home to feed their siblings who might have slept hungry without it as well. So to them, it's life and life assured.
Our biggest partner is our guest, who comes every day, right? And we want to bring them along on this journey of how our guests can be part of this, particularly the feeding program.
I enjoyed my meal because it was sweet. Because it was so sweet.
What I can tell them, they continue to do in other school, not only this school.
Thank you.